is everybody? I want to thank you very much for coming by. First and foremost, I'd like to thank my crew. I'd like to thank the owner, Carl Williams, for allowing us to build this car. And my guys, Kelly, Pete, Brandon, good grief, Mick, Eric Corson, our interior guy. For again, without their hard work and their involvement and their ideas and their help and their skills, there's no way this car would exist. Also, would like to thank Ford Motor Company for bestowing this nice little gift to us for Best of Show this morning. We are humbled and we're very appreciative of the award. And hopefully you all like it as much as they did. So I'll give you a little background, then I'll shut up and we'll pull the cover off. The car is basically a what if Martini Racing would have gotten involved with Ford Racing and taken basically one of the Shelby R models and went rally racing with it. One of the Ford's Mustang's first wins were in overseas at the Tour de France. They took first and second place at the end of '64. So taking it back to doing some rally racing is actually what the Mustang did first off. And the crowning jewel when we open up the hood is the engine, and it is one of Ford's Indianapolis 4-cam motors. If you remember Jim Clark's little Lotus Ford, for those of you my age, around the mid-40s, Matchbox made a little green cigarette Indy car with that bundle of snakes exhaust off the top. It's one of those motors, kind of hard to get a hold of, and we thank Pink for getting one of the motors and making it streetable for us. So, this is the T-51 Martini Mustang. Thank you. A lot of neat pieces, and we'll start opening up the car. One of the first things besides the Martini livery is the wheels. We patterned them also after the 4-spoke wheel on the Jim Clark Indy car. They are made by EVOD Industries. They're actually just two pieces. One giant chunk makes the mounting pad all the way out to the lip, and then a hoop welded on the back. They are actually pin drive true knockoff. There's 5 pins that basically look like perfectly smooth lug nuts that fit into 5 holes machined in the back of the rim. And they did a masterful job of one of the key pieces visual on this car. The interior, when you start looking around, you Mustang guys will see a lot of the Shelby R pieces, like the plexiglass windows, the one piece aluminum frame, the glass back window. We've got tons of stuff, so we're going to open up the car and let you guys look around, and I'll answer a bunch of questions. So why don't you guys get the deck lid open, and we're going to get that open, we're going to pop the doors, and then we're going to get the hood open, which is, I'm sure, what everybody wants to see. So I'm going to do the horrible thing and make you wait a little bit. Now the inside is also done kind of like a road rally car when you look around. Like on the A-pillar here, you're going to see a extendable map light and the navigator's footrest on the floor. Little things we did, like when you take the dash pad off of the factory dash, there's 2 metal frames that support the factory dash pad. I cut the one, put studs in it, and made it unboltable, and then Eric just covered it in some quick leather just to make a neat little dash padette. The gauges are all autometer movement, but we did them in German font. Redline Gauge Works did it for me. So a little bit of a Porsche throw to it. Again, with the theory of it being raced overseas, and you'll also see that sports car style seating in it. So let's go up front here to the really neato piece. Now most of the body panels here are all from Meyer Racing, lightweight fiberglass. I didn't want to do anything trickier than that. I wanted to stay with the old era style pieces. That is the Indy 4-cam. Of course, everything's mounted. We made all the mounts off of the cradle, which is one of the most fun parts of this car is Kyle Tucker's brand new Mustang suspension. And you guys will be able to get a good view of it in the car, let alone he's got an example of it over in the booth right now. Very, very advanced suspension. Incredible piece of engineering that he created to go in the car. we're very honored to have basically the first one out. We have serial number 2 in the car, so you guys can poke around underneath and see what his suspension looks like installed in the car, which is a little funner than usually seeing it on the display stand. So his stuff is all right out of the box that we worked on getting into the car, but all the mounts and everything from there on out we had to make. The motor is all aluminum and magnesium. It started life as a 250 cubic inch motor. It's 291 right now. Revs about somewhere between 8 and 9 grand. And it goes through a very, very cool little 4-speed transmission from C&R. And I'm told that it's now illegal because it's too light. The transmission weighs 63 pounds. A very, very neat piece, and we actually have the tower actually visible. We have a quick release piece that you'll see when you look on the trans tunnel. And that goes into a third member, also from C&R, that's got an internal pump that goes to a cooler that's, if you go to the back of the car and you look on the rear valance, you'll see 2 mesh screens. The one is an air outlet for the cooler for the rear diff, and the other side is actually the backup light. And the more you find, I like to say, the cars we build have an Easter egg hunt. You keep finding little things all around it. So at this point, I'll shut up and you guys can have at it. If you got any questions, you can just ask me or any of the guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, what's going on, John? Get this thing turned off. No one needs to hear me anymore, right?
How are you? So good, thank you.